Good evening, everyone. Tonight I'd like to dedicate this little tutorial to Noah, a young lad who wants to start building a good technique, hand technique, and he requested it. So I wanted to show him the very beginning exercise in the Sieveking exercises. That's Sieveking. And my teacher, Gladys Barnes, taught these exercises. And first of all, I'll read to you the list of rules that come at the very beginning of the book. She gave one of these books on loan to each student, and when you start your lessons, you had that to follow them through. And it's a real discipline. So loose arm, shoulder, elbow, wrist, firm curved fingers, balance full weight of arm on tip of fingers, play well in on the white keys, knuckles slightly up, wrists slightly drop, quick sharp finger action both up and down, and finger lift is not used for all kinds of playing. So those are the basic elements to it. I'll just show you what it looks like. Just like that, you see. And so when you start, she started every lesson with that one finger exercise, every lesson. And it's basically, you see, you want your knuckles slightly raised. So if you make a fist and drop your fingers down from that and come out that you can feel the surface of the keys with the pad of the finger, then you've got a good hand position, and you don't want the knuckles to sink. So you've got to have that you could put a pencil through there and you're not going to hit that fifth finger knuckle. Knuckles slightly raised, wrist slightly dropped, because things happen down from the main arch. You play the finger down from that main arch. And you want to feel the heaviness that it's, your arms, your shoulders are dropped, completely relaxed. It starts with relaxation, and you can lift your arms using muscles against gravity and then drop. That's one way of getting your weight. Now the other thing is, if you think of the elbow like a cannon and it's going to fire the weight, the cannon's going to go off and fire the elbow way over the back of the piano, then it's out of your control, and it's going to, like a golf swing, it's going to load over this, and allow it to load over to the top of the swing, and relax, just drop. So free fall. It's got to settle over the top as it's free, and gravity takes hold of it and accelerates it. The higher you go, the more force you're going to go with. So more volume, so because force is mass times acceleration. Now, if you put all five fingers over C, D, E, F, G, that's the second C up from middle C, and in the left hand it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 on C, D, E, F, G, an octave below middle C. Just feel that the elbows are hanging there. Spine is like a stack of checkers, and you just drop. So release on the way up and drop. And when you drop, think you're diving right through to the bottom with no bones in the hand, so that you just go all the way down gently, because you want to drop slowly. You can get the most beautiful tone if you have that little bit of a snap of your finger toward you when you're coming in. But in the heavy exercises, in the Sieveking, you're trying to load the joints. It's just like if you go down the stairs. You keep a V out with your feet when you go down the stairs, and you think of tightening your seat and your buttocks, and then you've got a solid foundation for your weight. You're not making your feet compensate and try and get you balanced. You are solid and balanced doing that. So keeping the V out from you like this, wrists towards each other, allows you to have that same stability in the keys, right from your seat, right from your buttocks. Feel it all, the whole upper body. Now, when you drop, you go 2 on D, the second D up from middle C, and and this is a heaviness of the whole arm balanced like a boat in the water. So if I lift that key, it's not that I can't lift it because I'm pushing. I'm not pushing. The weight is pushing down, but the finger's playing down from the main arch, but you're just balancing on it. So you see, it's heavy to lift the key, and the weight brings it down. I'm not pushing it down. So it's not that I can't get the key up. I can. It's just a heavy arm that I'm lifting, because the joints are are having to be loaded by all this arm weight. See, your body is all these trillions of body cells. They're all free to move. And when you can get that released weight on the way up and allow it to settle and accelerate down, it's from your neck. Drop slowly all the way through. Dive right through and be heavy in the key. Now it's down for a full second, your third finger, and then up. I generally tug it a little bit just to feel a bit of a stretch to it. 3, lift, 4, and imagine somebody's pulling your elbow as you lean forward that bit, and then it just falls back to your side, but you're sitting tall. It's just like hanging on the edge of a cliff. 5, lift, 6, but load those joints. 7, lift, hold 8, and I'm right in near the black keys. And I'm not pushing. Dropping and balancing, heavy. 3, loading those joints. 4, lift. 5, lift. 6, lift. 7, lift, hold 8. 5 on G. Down for a second, up for a second. And tongue it, make sure it's steady. You could tongue 16ths, tick, 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 tick. Just to know that it's equal tempo. And then you hold the 8th one and you come down, you exercise 4. Same loose arm, shoulder, elbow, wrist. If somebody lifts, comes crashing back down without pushing. Right from your neck and your stomach. Hold 8 and work 3. And don't let the knuckles collapse. Keep a bit of a curve in that joint there. 6, lift, 7, lift, hold 8. Close your eyes and listen to the tone. It needs to be round and warm. Now hold D, work C. Think of that elbow shooting it up, and when you come in, you can come in as slowly as you want. Just depends on how much you release of the drop. So then you take C, D, E, F, G, an octave below middle C, and you put 2 on F. That's the first F below middle C. Just remember, it's the full arm weight, balance on the ivory. Some of the exercises you're actually balancing on the ebony, on the black key, but not in this one to begin with. 6, lift, 7, lift, hold 8. Keep the V out from you, so the wrist doesn't travel to the base. It stays this way. It's just like going down the stairs, keeping your toes away from each other, pointed in a V. Lift. For the stability in the muscles, in the joints of the finger. The more you give that heaviness to those joints, and then rest in between, and then work again, each time you do it, you build up the thickness of the tissue that it's able to be strong at supporting that weight. Hold 8. And a good high lift all in the hand so you don't stiffen your wrist and lose your weight. 6. Always imagine somebody's pulling on your elbow, making sure that it falls back to your side nice and loose. 6. Lift. 7. Lift. Get somebody to lift the key and see if it feels heavy to them. 3, 4. Be sure your nails are short enough. 5, 6, 7. Hold 8. And don't have any jewelry like a ring or anything on your hand. We had to take if I had a ring, and we had to take it off for every lesson. Had to have it off. 5. independent fingers. 6, 7. Strength of the finger takes the weight, not a stiff wrist. Strength of those joints of the knuckles take the weight. 6, lift. 7, lift. Hold 8. That's the first exercise in your technique. Now, you can build, you see there are exercises, like the second exercise, it's over those same notes, but you work C, D, 16 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Quiet hand. 7, 8, sorry, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16. Now you turn on. Now you go E, D, E, D. So 3, 2, 3, 2. Keep the V, wrist toward the bass. Play well near the black keys. Quiet hand. Can't be wobbling all over the place. And don't let either of those joint knuckles break. Just link your notes with deep fingers. Do it with your eyes shut as well. Listen to the evenness of each tone. Then you do the left the very same, starting on 5. So it's 5, 4, 5, 4. Wrist is this way to the right. 3, 4. Don't pull that shoulder up. Sharp, sharp, never in between fingers. Just try to link your notes. High lift, all in the hand. You see, your whole body is made out of all these trillions of loose body cells that are moving. And when you got that kind of looseness, then you just have to have the shaping for what's next and where you're going to balance it and drop. But if you want a warmer tone, like this to build muscles, so you're putting real load on each of the joints. But when you go to play a piece, you've got to feel this releasing on the way up and diving right into the key deep, all the way to the bottom slowly, and just snap the finger towards you that little bit, like brushing the key and plucking it a little bit, but from the pad of the finger. See, you can make that top note sing. There's a piece called To a Wild Rose. It's in the grade 5 Toronto Conservatory book. It was the first piece Miss Barnes started me on when I started with her and that book. And so it's just in the A major triad, A and E, and A, C sharp in the right. So you have to release on the way up, and when the load settles over the top and starts down, I drop slowly with no muscles, no bones in the hand at least, just. You can draw as gentle a tone as you want. You want to surround the note with love. So, whole arm. See, if music doesn't sing or speak, it doesn't communicate. Make it cry. When you can make it cry with that clear tone that's so gentle, you'll make the listener feel something. And that's the whole idea of music. So I hope that gives you a few ideas. The other thing you could practice, Noah, is to take a group of 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, and in the left the same thing, 5, 4, 3, 4, 3, 2, and 3, 2, 1, and start playing. Just lay the fingers flat in the key and the whole arm on C, D, E, and then come up over D, E, F. And then come down 5, 4, 3, C, B, A. Don't let that knuckle sink. Do the same on 2, 3, 4. Don't forget to snap toward you. You're keeping 1 and 5 up out of the way. You're playing from that elbow going up out over the keys and dropping heavy. And then 1, 2, 3. And then down. And you take the left, C, D, E, 5, 4, 3, that's the C below middle C. And balanced on 4 without it breaking. Now 4, 3, 5, 3, 4, 5. To have good position, good posture in your hand. Now 4, 3, 2. Lifting all in the hand, don't stiffen the wrist. 2, 3, 4. Now 3, 2, 1. Imagine somebody pulls your elbow out, that it falls right back to your side. CBA. Keeping a good hand shape. Knuckles slightly raised. Don't let them sink. That's a sin. You want to keep them up. Because the next exercise, the second one after the one finger exercise, is simply this 16 notes, and then the ED, ED, and so on. And I'll show you some of the others later, but there's one that becomes this. The easy way is CD, CD, ED. Does that 4 times. And then on the fourth group, you go CD, CD, D. And then you move up to D, E, D, E, F, E by going 2, 3, 1. 4 times, and so on, all the way up, in that same way that we did this. And then you got to come down. So the same in the left, up and down, up and down, up and down. So I hope that gives you some ideas to start off with a good hand position and good independent fingers and strength, and loading the joints with that weight, lifting the unused fingers without cramping in your wrist or in your hand. And because you don't use finger lift in all kinds of playing, but this will allow you to have speed when you want to play fast, because you have that quick, sharp finger action. You can lighten your fingers and just fly over the keys, but you'll have that independent finger action of sharpness and balance, even if it's light as a feather. So work with those ideas, and we'll see you another time. Have a good night. Bye-bye.